Arbitrage using futures. How to use futures and derive arbitrage profit. Let us understand. We have done calculation of fair future price. Okay, fair future price. For example, say Nifty. For Nifty, if you have calculated, so this is the spot Nifty. This is the spot Nifty. Okay, and these are Nifty futures, but these are actual future price, and we have studied how to calculate fair future price. If actual future price and fair future price are not matching, then there is a scope of arbitrage. Okay, same thing we can do for stocks also. We can use it for stocks also. Say for example, we talk about Reliance. This is the cash price of Reliance. Okay, this is the actual future price for Reliance, October. Similarly, you calculate 29th October fair future price. If the fair future price of October today is 1st October as per the screenshot I have taken. So if the fair future price of Reliance for October is not matching with this figure, this is the actual future price, then there is a scope of arbitrage. Okay, now how this arbitrage is done? Let us take one example. Okay, now don't copy this example, it is there in our textbook. So fair future price calculation is this. This calculation is called cost of carry model, because we are adding this cost of carrying interest rate in futures. So it is called cost of carry model. So if the actual future price and the fair future price are not same, then there arises a scope of arbitrage. Okay, that we know very well. Now there are two possibilities. See, there are two possibilities. One is actual future price is more than the fair future price. That is one possibility. Actual future price is more than the fair future price, and other possibility is what? Actual future price is less than the fair future price. There is no third possibility. So they both are equal. If they both are equal, then there is no scope of arbitrage. Okay, so if actual future price is more than the fair future price, whatever you have calculated is less, and actual future price is more. Actual future price is the price at which you can buy and sell. If you see this 22, this one Reliance, actual future price for October is 2236. This is the price at which you can buy futures or you can sell futures. This is the price. See, fair future price is what? Is a theoretical calculation. That is not the actual price prevailing in the market. So actual price is this 2236. So we can buy or we can sell at actual future price. So what I am trying to say, actual future price is more. Actual future price is more, that means futures are overvalued in the market. Fair future price is less, actual is more. So price going on in the market is high, overvalued, we should sell. Anything which is overvalued, you should sell. Anything which is undervalued, you should buy. So if actual future price is more, that means the futures are overvalued. So in future market, you should sell. So how to take advantage of this? I should today buy in the spot market and you sell in the future market. Sir, why sell in the future market? Because futures are overvalued. So I should sell in future market. So because I am selling in future market, I have to buy in the spot market. See, at both the place, if you sell, arbitrage is not possible. The spot market means what, sir? Spot markets mean this. Let me just clean this little. So actual future price is more and fair future price is less. So what I am doing, if I take the Reliance example, I am going to buy in spot. I am going to buy and in spot. I am going to buy this. And I am going to sell in future market. So opposite action. I have to do opposite action. If I do the same action in both the places, if I buy, then there won't be arbitrage gain. So spot market I am buying and future market I am selling. Sir, why future market is selling? Because futures are overvalued. So I am selling futures. So I should buy in spot. Both the places, same action, you will not get profit. Okay. So what I am doing, I am buying in futures, buying in spot and selling in futures. Okay. So what is the further step? See. Then, so buy in spot, sell in futures. Example, say spot is 50 interest rate is 10%, actual future price going in the market is 60. It is suppose 1 year future for easy calculation. So what is the fair future price? Spot 1 plus R. Dividend I am not taking. Dividend I am not taking. So spot 1 plus R is 55. This is what? Fair future price. This is fair future price. Okay, what is the actual future price? 60. So actual future price is more. I should sell in future, buy in spot. Done. Then. What is the difference between the two? 60 and 55. 5 rupees. So 5 rupees is the guaranteed profit. 5 rupees is the profit at expiry you will get. At expiry you will get. Okay, this is a guaranteed profit you will get. Okay, now when I am doing this calculation, we are ignoring the margin money. We are ignoring the time value on margin money. We are ignoring the time value on margin money. Remember this. Okay, so what actions you are going to take today? Today we decided I am going to buy in spot Reliance, suppose, and sell in future market. So same way over here, I am buying in spot at 50. So I have to borrow 50 rupees. Because I am going to block my funds, no? When I buy shares of Reliance, I am blocking my funds. So I am assuming that I am borrowing money and then I am paying interest. Or suppose I don't want to borrow, then also I have to consider time value of money because my money is getting blocked. So I am assuming it's a borrowing. So I am borrowing 50 rupees. I am using that money to buy the shares in spot market and I am selling in the future market at 60. Actual future price is 60. Sir, fair future price? Fair future price is only for comparison. You cannot buy or sell at fair future price. You have to buy or sell at actual future price. Okay, this is the actual future price at which you can sell. This is the price going on in the market. Fair future price is our book calculation, theoretical calculation. Okay, so what I am doing, I am borrowing as per this screenshot. I am borrowing 2225, okay, rupees, and investing that money to buy shares of Reliance 2225, and I am shorting, I am selling this future. If I go as per this screenshot, okay. Chalo, come back to the original question now. So I am borrowing 50 rupees. In this example, 50 is the spot. See, I am buying shares with that money and I am selling in future market. So today what I have done, and after 1 year at expiry, I am going to reverse my actions. That means whatever I have borrowed today, I am going to repay after 1 year loan. I have bought shares now, I am going to sell after 1 year. Opposite. And I sold in the future market, then I am going to buy in the future market. I am going to settle my futures. Okay, so let us see. See what I am going to do at expiry. I am going to sell in the spot market. Sell this share. I bought it today. I am going to sell after 1 year. Okay, I borrowed 50. I am going to repay along with interest. So 50 plus 10%, 55 I am going to repay. And sell in the future market. I have sold today. So after 1 year at expiry, I am going to settle. That means I am going to buy. I am going to buy. Okay, so what will happen now? Suppose the market price at expiry, I have just taken few examples. These are just a rough calculation. Suppose the share price is 40, 50, 60, 70. What will happen? I am going to sell the share. I will get 40 rupees. I'll get 50 rupees. I'll get whatever is the spot I'll get by selling the share. Okay, so whatever I'm getting, I'm writing plus, and whatever I'm paying, losing, I'm writing minus. Okay. Then repayment of loan 55, fixed 50 loan plus interest 10% for 1 year, 55. Settlement in future. Remember, I sold at 60. Let me just clean this. It is becoming too dirty. Wait. Okay. Now, chalo. So I sold at 60. So at expiry, I'm going to buy, no? I'm going to settle. So I'm going to buy. So what will happen? I sold at 60, buying at 40, profit of 20. I'm selling at 60, buying at 50, profit of 10. I'm selling at 60, buying at 60, no profit, no loss. I'm selling at 60, I'm buying at a higher price. Of course, loss. Just see what is happening. Check each row, what I'm getting. Everywhere I'm getting 5 rupees, 5 rupees, 5 rupees, 5 rupees profit. I'm getting 40 rupees by selling the share. I'm getting 20 rupees from future, profit 60 minus 55, I'm getting 5. So 5 is the guaranteed profit I'm going to get at expiry. Okay. So how to decide? You see the valuation between the fair future price and actual future price. Actual future price is more, futures are overvalued. So you should sell in future market. So buy in spot market. Correct? Today. And today, because your money is getting blocked, I'm assuming that the money will be borrowed. Today, buy share in spot. Repay this loan along with interest. Today you bought share, sell at the end. And futures you are selling today, you buy at the end. So whatever actions you are taking today, you have to reverse at the expiry. Okay, now other possibility. The other possibility is what? Actual future price is less and the fair future price is more. Actually, the future price going on the market is less. That means the futures are undervalued. They are underpriced. They are trading at a lower price. They are cheap in the market. So we should buy. So when you are buying in the, if you are buying in future market, you have to sell in the spot market. You cannot have same action at both the places, no? So if you are selling in future market, you are going to buy in spot market. Okay, now see. So you buy in future market and you sell in spot. Now you can sell in spot. You can sell only if you have the shares. Huh? See, suppose for example, let us read further. Say spot is 60. Interest is 10%. Actual future price is 62, actual. So actual future price, this is actual. And what is fair future price? This is fair future price 66. So fair future price is more. Actual is less. So I am going to buy in future market. I am going to sell in the spot market. And what is the period? 1 year. So today I am going to sell the share. And after 1 year I am going to buy back. This is possible only when you have shares in hand. So this type of arbitrage benefit can be taken only by those investors who are actually holding shares. If you don't have the shares, you cannot take the advantage because you have to sell in spot, no? Here, suppose I'm doing this arbitrage for 1 year or for 3 months or for 25 days also. And if I'm selling in spot, how can I sell in the spot? I cannot sell Reliance shares in spot and after 25 days I can buy. This is possible only when I actually have shares. I'm going to sell today and buy after 25 days, 3 months, 2 months. So if I don't have shares in my hand, I cannot sell today. So this arbitrage, selling in spot and buying in future, this can be done only by those investors who are actually holding shares of Reliance. Otherwise, you cannot do this. Okay, now let's proceed. So assuming we have shares and we are going to sell it. So what is actual future price? 62. Fair future price 66. What is the difference? 4 rupees. 4 rupees is the guaranteed profit we will get at expiry. So what you are doing today? You are selling the share in spot. So you are getting money. So you are going to invest that money at 10%. 10% rate is going on in the market, I assume. Okay, so sell your shares, get money and invest. Invest that money. And in futures, you are going to buy. At expiry, reverse this. You sold shares today. At expiry, buy that share back. Today you invested your money, realize that investment along with interest. And today you bought in the future market, expiry you sell. So exactly opposite action you have to do at expiry. So see what you get, pay attention. So you are selling share in spot at 60 today. You are investing that 60 rupees at 10%, so at expiry you will get 66. And you are buying futures at 62, actual future price. So expiry, what you are going to do? You sold it, you will buy at expiry. You will sell the investment at expiry and you will settle the futures. You bought, so you are going to sell now at expiry after 1 year. So suppose these are the prices. You are buying share. So if 40 is the price, you will pay 40, you will pay 50, you will pay 60, you will pay 70. Because you are paying, I am writing in bracket. You have sold the investment, so it's an inflow. So I am writing positive 66, 66, 66. Okay, and futures, you bought it at 62. You are selling at 40, there is a loss of 22. You bought it at 62. you are selling at 50, 12 loss. You bought it at 62, you are selling at 60, 2 rupees loss. You bought it at 62, you are selling at 70, 8 rupees profit. So see, every row, let me just clean this. In every row there is a profit of 4 rupees. See, all the rows. For example, say this row, you will get 66, you will pay 40, you will pay 20, you will be left with 4 rupees profit. You will receive 66, you will pay 50, you will pay 12 loss, you will get 4. So in all the cases, there is a guaranteed profit of 4 rupees at the expiry. Ignoring the margin money, because margin money will get it back, and on that the time value of money I am ignoring. Okay, so this is how we take the arbitrage opportunity benefit. Let us take one question from our textbook. Okay, so take question number 2. Question number 2. The price of Infosys stock of a face value 10 rupees, face value 10 rupees on 31st December 2004 was 350. Okay, on 31st December the stock price was, so this is a spot price. Okay, and the future price on the same stock on the same date, that is 31st March 2005 for March 2005. So this is expiry after 3 months. So on 31st December, 3 months future price is actually priced at 370. Okay, for example, here on 1st October, 31st December future price is this. On 2nd October price will change, 3rd October price will change, 4th October price will change, like that. Okay, so so this is the actual future price. Remember, this is actual future price, or this is not the fair future price. Other features of the contract and the related information are time to expiration 3 months, 0.25 years. Okay, borrowing rate is 20%. Okay, annual dividend on the stock payable before 31st March. But before 31st March means what? On 28th of March or 25th Feb or 15 Jan, we don't know. So we have to assume something. So I am assuming that it is paid on 31st of March. So we are assuming 31st March 2005 will be the dividend date. So payment will be on this. It is an assumption. We will write a note. It is an assumption. Okay. So we are assuming that dividend will be paid on 31st of March. Sir, can we assume the first day? First day means today is 31st December as per the question. So are we getting dividend today from this Infosys stock? We don't know. See, it is given before 31st of March. So it can be 25th of March, 20th of March, we don't know. So we are assuming last day. So dividend will be paid on 31st March. So no need to add time value to it. Okay, no need to add time value to it. Okay. Based on the above information, calculate the future price for Infosys stock on 31st December. We already have the future price, actual future price. So they are asking us to calculate fair future price. They are asking us to calculate what? Fair future price. We have actual future price, no? So fair future price. Please also explain whether any arbitrage opportunity exists. We will check. We will see what is the actual future price. Okay, do we have to use CCRI, continuous compounding rate of interest? No, it is not mentioned. No, so use simple rate. Okay, remember there is dividend but no time value to it. So let us start. Question number 2. So first thing you have to do is calculate fair future price. Spot 1 plus R minus dividend. I don't have to add time value. I'm just writing like this for the sake of writing. Spot. What is spot? 350. 1 plus R. What is the rate of interest? Rate of interest is what? 20% for 3 months. For 3 months. Okay. Minus how much is dividend? 3 rupees. And what time value I have to add? No time value. No time value. Sir, why? Because I'm assuming that dividend is paid on 31st of dividend will be paid on 31st March. It's an assumption. It is an assumption. Okay, so this will be how much? It will be 350. We need to calculate. So 0.2 20% into 3 by 12 plus 1 into 350. So this is coming to 367.5 minus 3 rupees, because this is anyway 0, no? So 1 plus 0, 1, it will be 1 only. So minus 3. So 364.5. 364.5. This is the fair future price. This is the fair future price. Now we need to compare with the actual future price. What is actual future price? Actual future price is what? See, it is 370. 370. So actual future price is 370. Are they matching? They are not matching. Obviously, they are not matching. So is there a scope of arbitrage? Yes, there is a scope of arbitrage. Write down. Right below this, actual future price 370. Write down as fair future price unequal to actual future price. There arises, as fair future price unequal to actual future price, there arises a scope of arbitrage. There arises a scope of arbitrage. Now, let us compare. What is fair future price? 364. Wait, let me just write down like this. Fair future price is less than actual future price. Okay, what is fair future price? 364.5. Actual future price is 370. So difference of 5.5. Correct? So here the gap is 5.5. So there is a guaranteed profit of 5.5 at expiry. That is after 3 months. Here it is 3 months. Now, what actions you are going to take? Actual future price is more. Futures are overvalued. And remember, you can buy or sell always at the actual future price, not fair. Fair price is a theoretical calculation. So actual future price is more, it is overvalued, so I should sell. I should sell in the future market and buy in the spot market. Am I right? Write down. Write down. As fair future price is less than actual future price. Write down. As fair future price is less than actual future price, it means that futures are overvalued in the market. It means that futures are overvalued in the market and hence should be sold. Okay, so now let us see what actions you are going to take today. I am writing over here. Right, actions today. What you are going to do today? So I am going to buy in spot market because I am selling in future market. So I am buying in spot market, opposite action. So I want to buy from the spot market. Which means I am going to borrow. So borrow. Okay, tell me what is the spot market price? Share price. It is 350, no? Okay, it is 350. So you are going to borrow rupees 350 for 3 months. For 3 months. At what rate? 20%. Correct. Number 2, I am going to borrow 350 and buy share. So buy a share at rupees 350. Correct. Into whatever number I am showing per share, per unit. Okay. Into whatever your capacity. And I am going to sell in future market. I am going to sell in future market at what is the actual future price? 370. Actual future price is 370. So I am borrowing 350 rupees. I'm buying shares with that and I'm selling in the future market. This is what I'm doing today. Now what you're going to do after 3 months. After 3 months, so at expiry, now I'm saying at expiry, that is after 3 months. After 3 months, what we are going to do? Now let me take some market prices. Let me take some market prices. Say market prices, it is average 350 and 370. So let me take say 340, 350, okay, 360, take 370 and suppose 380. I take 5 prices, okay, 5 prices. What will be my actions? Today I am going to buy the share today. So I am going to sell the share at expiry. Okay. Okay. Today I am going to borrow. Then I am going to repay the loan. Repay the loan. Correct. Today I am borrowing. No, I am borrowing today. So I am going to repay after 3 months. Today I am buying the share. So I am going to sell the share after 3 months. And you are selling future now. So you are going to settle. That means you are going to buy. So settlement in future. So I am going to buy in future market. And don't forget, you are buying a share today. You are buying a share today. So after 3 months, you are going to get the dividend. You should not ignore this. We are going to get dividend after 3 months. Okay, what is the amount of dividend? We'll see, whatever it is. But you are going to get dividend, 3 rupees. I think 3 rupees, right? Correct. So 3 rupees dividend you will get. And then the final net payoff or net income, we can say payoff or net income. We'll see how much you are getting. Okay, now see, this particular table is compulsory, sir. It is not compulsory. It is not compulsory in exams. You can just write this much only in exams, that actions today at expiry, irrespective of any market price, you are going to get 5.5 rupees profit. Irrespective of any market price at expiry after 3 months, whatever may be the market price, you will get guaranteed 5.5 rupees. If you write this much, that is enough. But we are preparing this table for our satisfaction, just to check. Okay, now, so these are the market price. Let me write down the answer. Okay, I'm going to sell the share, so I'll get 340 rupees. We'll go column wise. Okay, I'll get 350 rupees plus. I'm selling, so I'm getting money, 360, 370, 380. Okay, I'm going to repay the loan. What is the amount of loan? 350. To this you add interest for 3 months. So on 350, 20% you add interest for 3 months and see what you're getting. 350 plus 20% interest for 3 months. See, we have done this calculation. Similar calculation you have done here, no? So it is 367.5. 367.5. So 350 plus interest for 3 months, 367.5. You are going to repay in the bracket. In the bracket, it's a loan repayment, so cash outflow in the bracket. In the bracket. In the bracket. Okay. Okay. Now you had sold in future market earlier. See, now you are going to buy. You are going to settle. So you sold at 370. Now you are buying at 340. Selling price 370, buying price less, profit. Profit of how much? 30 rupees. Then selling at 370, buying at 350, 20 rupees profit. Selling 370, buying 360, 10 rupees profit. Selling 370, buying 370, no profit, no loss. Selling 370 and buying 380, there is a loss of 10. Okay. Now don't forget, you have a dividend of 3 rupees. Now you go row wise. Let me just clean this. Okay. Go row wise. See what profit you are getting. You are getting 340 rupees by selling the share. Plus you are getting 30 rupees from the futures profit. plus 3 rupees dividend here minus 367.5, you're getting a profit of 5.5. This was the guaranteed profit. Everywhere you will get 5.5 only, check. So here 350 plus 20, 370 plus 3. Okay, 373.5 minus 367.5. Okay, see what you're getting. 350 plus 20, 370 plus 3, 373 minus 367.5. You will get 5.5. Like this, for each and every row, you will get the same answer. Same answer. So this profit we know at the beginning only. So can we do this arbitrage practically? Yes, you can do. For example, for any share, like for Reliance, you calculate, say for example, you want to do arbitrage for this 3 months. Chalo, you want to do this. What is the spot price? This is the spot price. What is the interest rate going in the market? Take the interest rate which is going, say it is 9%, suppose. Suppose it is 9%. Then spot 1 plus R, use that logic, spot 1 plus R, and up to 31st December, so count from 1st October to 31st December. How many months? 1st October to 31st December. So October, November, December, 3 months. So spot 1 plus R for 3 months. See what is the fair future price. Compare with this actual future price. Compare with this actual future price. And whether Reliance is going to give dividend in the coming 3 months. If no, if you can't predict now, normally dividend is paid at the end, year end. Okay, so it is unlikely that dividend will be paid in October, November, December. Okay, if it is there, we can't help it. Suppose suddenly dividend comes, then we can't help it. You find out whether futures are overvalued or undervalued. Normally futures are overvalued. Okay, normally, not necessary. Let us see. So here, in this case, this is the actual future price. Find out the fair future price and do the comparison, and you can do the arbitrage, what we have studied. Okay, so this is how we can use arbitrage using futures.